Actually be live, but you are unmuted. That was really annoying. I can tell that I can see and hear and be heard by you now. I could not possibly interrupt that incredible scene. And there is so much to explore there, and I'm looking forward to it at the end of the show. But for right now, folks who are in chat, please confirm that we are actually working. It looks like Gail is in chat.
We are working.
Okay.
Fantasy Grounds is down.
Yes, but I don't think we have anything else to do in Fantasy Grounds at this point. So you're all going to head out to find the teleportation circle. Yeah?
Yeah.
Gail, thank you very much. 26 months, over 2 years. This is such an old stream.
We should cancel it.
We should update it.
Now, the building above the teleportation circle is smashed to the ground. But with a little bit of lifting and a little bit of like...
Can I insight check my uncle, who I've now found out is a harper, if he recognizes what building we're heading to?
Go for it. I will go ahead and roll. Just roll me a d20.
18 on the die.
Roll one for me, please.
And Echo has a +8 to insight.
Yeah.
That's a 5 on the die.
Awesome. Thank you, Em. Awesome. So, yeah, they definitely, he definitely does not, capital N, capital O, capital T, recognize this place. He is looking so fervently at another spot, and he launches into a very obvious decoy story about that cafe over there, and how he met this wonderful human girl with green eyes, and she had a gorgeous voice. And are you buying any of this?
I think Echo's going to, while he's doing this, walk in front of him and, show his own Harper pin. And then put it back.
Oh! Obviously.
We walked into the camp with Merryweather.
Calder will also grab his jacket lapel, pull it open.
You too, huh? Well, good for you. Very good for you. I wouldn't have pegged you as the type, but that's entirely fair.
That's why I'm excellent at it.
Look, Merryweather is all over the place. He's a little flighty, if you hadn't noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
But...
just a lot of it.
He's useful in his way. He likes to do that mysterious appearing and disappearing thing. You can't begrudge an old guy his thing, right? He's been doing this a while.
You can, trust me. I have plenty of practice.
For cert?
Yeah?
If you don't need them here as a cover for while you're here anymore, can we send everybody else from the circus home now?
Yeah, I guess we can.
Thank you.
They want to help, though. You know they do. But they'll if they know that you think they should go, they'll go. But
I'm going to tell them that.
Okay, you be the one to tell them is all I was asking.
I will. Any... yeah.
All right, now let's get there so we can resurrect a teleportation circle.
Yeah, it's under this pile of rubble.
Yeah, you definitely recognize that, the circle itself was underground. You had to come upstairs to get to ground level. So... how do you go about moving the debris of the collapsed building over it?
I'm strong.
Well, okay.
Ghost is strong.
Before we spend all this effort doing that, I can actually go check and see if it's intact.
Too late.
I am bringing the board back up now, by the way.
And Echo's going to pull out the broom of flying again, get on it, and get as close to the ground floor-esque, so what he's going to do is he's going to do the same trick he did at the end of the battle. He's going to activate his tattoo so he's intangible for a turn.
Sure.
And he's going to move down into the basement, look around, and then back up again.
I am opening the thing. Now, you stay intangible the whole time, right? You go down, you look around. And then you
But
leave.
you have
Because you're a monk,
speed.
you have a huge amount of speed, right? Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, that sounds
And
good.
I'm also giving off light while it is activated.
I
so.
am stalling because I'm waiting for it to load, because I'm going to ask you to give me a perception check with advantage because of the light that you're shining.
I
The
can just
board
roll it.
is up now, in
Hey.
theory.
It's acquiring file list.
Want me to just roll it on my real dice?
By all means, yeah.
Real
right.
dice.
Well, okay, so I believe he has a +3 to perception, and the highest was a 9, so that's 11. Is the floor with the symbol on
I'm
it
sorry,
intact?
did you just say +3?
+3?
So that's
Yeah.
a 12?
Yes, a 12. And he's just trying to see if the floor where the symbols were is intact.
Gotcha. So, yeah, it looks actually intact. You get down there.
It just has stuff on top of it.
And no, it's actually fairly sturdy. It turns out it's almost like the mystical spies who decided to design this building made it to weather this sort of thing. And yeah, it looks actually pretty good. Like you have to dig to get to it, but
Cool.
it's fully intact.
Used it to teleport here.
Yeah, so Echo will, finishing his movement, fly back up through the rubble before it becomes tangible again and say, well, the basement's intact. That's good. Let's get digging.
Would it be
Yeah.
easier to tell? Do you think it would be easier to dig out or dig in?
I couldn't tell you. I was just looking at the floor. It was a real quick glance.
I have already started.
Jeff,
Yes.
you get a little bit of just a tingle in the back of your head that your staff has full charges right now, and a disintegrate spell could totally solve this very quickly. It's not like talking to you in language, but you get this feeling like, holy shit, like we're not gonna fight anybody today, and like all the charges are here. I could totally disintegrate that shit.
Yeah, but that would be obvious in front of witnesses. So, in about 15 seconds, stand clear.
Okay.
Calder will cast
What?
Dimension Door and go into the room.
Echo's trying to pull Ghost back 15 feet.
No, you
Call-
said to dig.
No. He's doing a magic thing.
Oh,
Yeah, so
barely
Calder's
gets pulled out in time.
He's gonna teleport inside of the Dimension Door inside of the
basement.
Harper's room.
Yeah.
Point at the rubble above the entrance and disintegrate.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll the damage. I don't think it's gonna matter, but I wanna see how much this works. So you are basically like burrowing your way up with the disintegrate spell, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
How much damage is this?
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And it bypasses things like item hardness.
Disintegrate. 10d6 plus 40?
It's a small number. It happens. I could take it.
For some reason, are you kidding me? For some reason, the book has decided, hey, you don't have your modules activated,
Oh, that's annoying.
including the player's handbook.
Very annoying. Oh, right. I didn't. Oh, no, that's on me, man. I knew that you were logging in on a new computer, and I did not tell you to activate all of the modules. That is on me.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I literally have another game made of new players who have never used Fantasy Grounds before, and I remembered to tell all of them to load the modules. I just, did not catch it there.
Well, fortunately, I have a beast of a computer and decent internet, so
You got this.
I got this.
Oh.
So we're just like standing outside, twiddling our.
They don't talk about the waiting, right? In adventuring stories, they don't talk about the just hanging out and waiting.
Echoes thinking about how to yell at his boyfriend.
Excellent. 75 damage.
75 damage to the rubble.
So, yeah.
Shit.
I would like you to describe the Kamehameha that comes out of that staff.
Oh, no. Well, sure. Calder is going to will focus the energy in the tip, and as it is coalescing into this horrible black ball of force, and the energy point is getting, Calder will reach out with a shadow-wreathed finger, wrap it around the front, and will twin the spell as it fires out the end. I cast 2 disintegrates, sir.
So that's what, just 100.
What it is an excuse to roll it again.
66 on the second one. So, yeah.
141 total damage.
There's a One Punch Man reference to be had here. But suffice to say, there is now a kind of molten,
no, it's not. It's just
pathway.
Gone. Not molten.
You're right. There's just a suddenly covered in a weirdly fine powder, ramp that leads down to where you are from the surface. It is totally structurally intact, and so long as you maybe hold a cloth up to your face because the ashes are a little bit choking, you're able to get in and out, no problem.
Radical.
Calder's looking at the stuff going, neat.
You have yourselves access to a working teleportation circle.
Which means that its address, if it's intact, it means the address is still valid.
Indeed.
The enchantments are still in effect. Huzzah.
A merry little Christmas.
Hey, Calder, do you know the address of any in Neverwinter?
I don't know any addresses in Neverwinter.
Damn.
The only addresses I know are here, Silvery Moon, and the portable teleportation circle Sven has for some reason.
If only you knew somebody who may have memorized the entire Harper network of teleportation circles.
Why would anybody do that?
Prassert says as he walks forward, by himself, no other members of the family present.
Yeah, they're all staying away from the dust. They're like, no thank you, not in my lungs.
Yes, I can take you to Neverwinter. I can teach you the rune.
We can send them all to Neverwinter.
Yes.
We just need to pack them all into the room.
I think this is an appropriate time to come out from the shadows, if it can save so many lives. Yes.
Very well. Good.
Okay.
I'm
gonna go shout at my boyfriend real quick before we send him off. I'll be back.
I thought you might.
I have one more question.
Wait, let him go first. You can ask, but let him go first.
No. Finish your thing.
Do you also happen to have the address for Chateau Hyacinth?
No, there isn't a permanent teleportation circle there yet, is there?
I wasn't told there was a permanent one, but I understood there used to be one.
Yes, the spell has been used in the area, but you have to cast the same spell day after day for a year for it to become permanent.
I'm aware. So there's not one there. So there's not one active there.
My voices keep slipping.
I swear to God, Sven, if he forgot to cast the teleportation circle if he forgot to cast the teleportation circle inside of the Stone Tooth today, I'm going to be very mad at him.
But the Stone Tooth has a permanent one from like 800 years ago.
Yeah, yes, from 800 years ago.
Yeah.
Which means it just needs to be activated.
Yes, by casting.
You did that.
You activate it. I can use it to ride. I can't turn it on permanent unless you cast it for every day.
No, but you can target it because it's already there.
Yes.
Okay.
But what we were doing is trying to set up a permanent fixture for having it being every day. Therefore, there would be a permanent doorway between the Stone Tooth and the outside world by way of the rug.
I will say that the the teleportation circle at the Citadel, like as given, is that. Like now that it's active, now that the Forge is active, it can be used just like any other fully active teleportation circle.
It just requires a spellcaster to access it.
Yes.
No, the spellcaster was on the other end. There was not a teleportation circle at the camp, at the defensive camp. There had to be a spellcaster there to maintain it because it wouldn't be there otherwise. But no, the Stone Tooth is fully active with their circle.
All right.
So anyone, anywhere can target that circle with the spell if they know the runes.
Very well.
Yeah. Okay. You want to like clear it out in here a bit?
Oh, that's right. You guys breathe.
You don't?
Oh, yeah. Occasionally when I remember.
I don't always.
Exactly.
What?
He's part of the big shadowy thing.
Okay.
That would be wrong.
You've seen me sleep?
Yeah. It's real creepy.
Yes.
I poke at you when you sleep. You don't move.
Yeah, I don't breathe. It's weird.
I'm gonna.
Okay. So now I imagine everyone is going to use the teleportation circle to get back to the Stone Tooth. And that's going to be our game next game. But for right now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to end our game with a thing that I've picked up from Court of Fey and Flowers. And that's a short segment where we discuss letters that are being sent to and from player characters. I know it's a weird change in tone, but like this is something I've been looking forward to for quite some time, so I want to get it done before like we hit time. So I have a few letters here from NPCs to PCs, but I imagine all of you have some as well. And I have not read, like with the exception of maybe one from each Gale and Jeff, I have not read a whole lot of these in advance. I want to react in real time. But remember, we're probably going to do this like every session. So if you've got a bunch of them, then save some of them. I wasn't
like
necessarily
chill, dude.
looking right at you, Jeff. But if you have a bunch of them, we will have plenty of options to do this. So, I have a few. Who would like to go first?
I'm ready.
Jeff, I think you deserve at this point to go first.
All right. I'm gonna go with my favorite because it is.
I don't know. Hold on. I don't know which camera is which, so I'm going to cycle through them really quick. Go for it.
Okay.
Real quick.
All right. So this letter is takes the form of a elaborate piece of parchment sealed with wax, bearing the Cheval family crest, and it is wrapped laboriously with twine and hurled with great force at the orc camp, deliberately aiming at the face of someone important. Upon being struck upon the face, the reader would look at it, and in comment it reads, "If your name is not Anton Cheval, I do not care if you read this, but please deliver this note and its delivery stone to the face of one Anton Cheval, preferably with as much velocity as you can manage." The contents of the letter read, "Dear brother, the long-awaited moment of your grand betrayal. I must say the suspense was killing me, although it is hardly any surprise. You had decided to trade family for the tantalizing allure for treachery to serve demons, orcs, and a delusional mad wizard. Bravo! I imagine that you've never felt so relevant.
It's a druid.
I do hope the thrill outweighs what it must feel like to break bread with these people. Don't mistake this letter for any admonishment or an impassioned plea for your return. Rather, consider it a fond farewell, a tip of the hat to a once tolerated brother who now stands against me. May you find satisfaction in the glory that you clearly crave. Until we meet again, dear brother, and I am sure we will, I bid you adieu and the best of luck in your newfound endeavors. Yours, Calder."
I love it so much.
That's excellent.
Absolutely perfect. I have one here.
I was gonna say, Anton does not respond, right?
No.
It'd be so funny if he did, though.
No,
Although I
it
do
would
like-
be...
I do prefer like this is all red. An orc finds it funny, walks over to where they're keeping Anton plant zombie, I'm sure it is, and just hucks it at the zombie's face, and he doesn't react.
And yeah, I have to figure out what to do with that, because that's amazing. All right. I have a letter, and after the letter, I have some pre-recorded footage.
Ooh.
This is a letter from Jarlaxle to Creetha.
Oh boy.
Dear Creetha, to begin, let me say how very fascinating and refreshing our correspondences are. Your command of doublespeak and code is masterful. Anyone who intercepted your messages would think you barely literate, but I see the cunning beneath your words. Allow me to express my congratulations on your securing of the Forge of Fury. In your previous letter, you stated that this artifact is capable of creating or perhaps modifying magical items. If you could send me a sample of such an item, any old item crafted using the magic of the Forge, I would take it as a great kindness. Big changes are coming in our world, and you will be right at the center of them. With my support and patronage, I suspect you will become very wealthy indeed. The products of the Forge will no doubt be in great demand, and you will soon have others clamoring to buy and distribute them for you. Have a care with whom you do business. Not everyone will have your best interests in mind, as I do. With great respect, Jarlaxle.
Ooh. That was very
Who's this
appropriate.
motherfucker again?
This is
her
one of
contact
the
report.
3 separate gangs that that Creetha joined during the Waterdeep Adventure arc of Bad Decisions Club, which you can find on youtube.com/gamingmathematically.
Right. This is all I went to to Waterdeep, and all I got was join 3 gangs.
That's the one.
I mean, in her defense, Echo joined too, so...
Now, really quick. We are going to go to Creetha's response.
Oh boy.
And we pre-recorded this a fair while ago.
1,000 years ago.
So please enjoy. It only lasts a couple of minutes. I'm going to go to that, and then I'm going to mute everybody.
Okay. Dear Jarlaxle, I'm not sure what you mean by code, but thank you for the compliment. Very misspelled. I have been working very hard at the Forge. I am now able to make stuff. It is more fun than I expected, though very difficult as we prepare for war. I will send you this piece. First thing I made as practice. It is not perfect, but it is very nice, I think. Everything else has been mostly weapons with a lot of silver because full moon and werewolves. By the way, do you have any other ideas about werewolves? Because it's a lot of werewolves. But we are doing all right. Thank you again for writing. Lady Regent Creetha. And then she grabs and puts a stamp on because she has a royal stamp now. That's one of the things that got made. I was like, it's totally a frog at a forge. Rack sealed. It's like she's writing to a camp friend. Yes. So she encloses the first practice of the amulet that she made Echo. So it is 100% this little frog amulet. And there's a few imperfections. And you can see on the back that she scratched Kretha across the back. And like it's got a little thing, and there's like just a chain that's been put on it, and she's like, maybe he'll like it. It's a nice gift. Because she doesn't understand. Like, she's smart, but she still doesn't understand why he's asking exactly for this. And she's not thinking of this as she's spying for him at the thing. She's thinking of, oh, my friend Jarlaxle, who is helping me out, that I'm working with in certain situations, wants to know how I'm doing, and he had sent us some stuff to help for the war. So here's this nice frog pendant that I made that was my practice for getting the amulet right for Echo. Yeah, she's so smart and so dumb at the same time. Yes. Yeah. It would bear the mark of Durgaden, yes. It would bear the mark of Durgaden. It would be Kretha and...
So the last little bit there that for some reason the audio didn't get picked up is that the amulet does indeed bear the mark of Durgaden on the back as well. In addition to the frog at a forge, which is apparently her thing now.
Yes.
Does anybody else have a letter that they would like to write here on air? We've got about 45 minutes left before we should start thinking about shutting it down, but we don't have our East Coast player, so we might be able to go a little bit late. What do you got,
have
Gail?
unconsciousness planned for later.
That's fair.
Okay. So do you have a letter?
I do actually have a letter. Okay, so I'm gonna write it. It's gonna be written in my normal voice, meaning it's gonna be in Elvish. This is going to go to Gaelic and Thorn, and it's going to be in Elvish primarily, but then it's going to have it'll have like a translation on it.
Can't wait.
I'm not going to say the translation; it'll be the same thing. So it says Gallic and Thorn, I saw that you were in a tag team match. Why didn't you invite me? No, for real. You know where I am. Do you know where I am? I don't know where I am. We're near a teleportation circle. So, and then there's like a little emoji, and it's just like ghost pointy ears and just like a shrug.
Ghost talks in emojis. I love it.
And then that gets put in. And then she's like, he's like, it's fine. I'll figure out how to get in contact with you. The cleric I know is a small goblin. Weird, but like was one of the what was your guys'
Brawling Barbarian Brothers?
One of the Brawling Barbarian Brothers! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Little belt emoji! Little belt emoji!
Garlic ought to remember the axe kick to the sternum.
Yep.
Yeah, he can do backflips. Angry face. Better than me. Angry face. I don't like it. Angry face. But we're becoming good friends. Smiley face. Potentially might be able to pull him away as a tag team partner. 2 thumbs up.
If I had a soundboard with an applause button, I would absolutely hit it right there.
The other one, the magic one, I don't remember what his ring name is. It's colder outside of ring name. He's kind of cool. He got a weird stick, and his mom crazy. And then it's just like there's gonna be like an image. It's gonna be like a pinup drawing and it's going to be what Ghost thinks that Calder's mom looks like. It is going to be a drawing of Calder, but with boobs. And then it's gonna go. Oh, and but like with like a little bit of like Anton sparkles. It has Anton sparkles because he does not understand that they are not like related.
Half siblings.
That's not the point. That's not the point.
I know.
I think this is what she looks like. I didn't see her, and the description I got was hot. And then it's another like shrug emoji. I hope that your matches have gone well. Once again, why did you not invite me? You know I love fighting. Also, I did a lot of fighting, and it was really cool. I got to take a whole punch to the face. Was it? And the punch is like scribbled up, and it just says, "Great Club." And it didn't even hurt. Smiley face. Also, I saw a dragon. They keep talking about cool magic items. I don't really get it, but I made like 14 gold.
How much paper is this letter taking up?
Oh, it's like 3 or 4 pages.
Front and back.
Front and back. There's like there's
I imagine
also...
Ghost pressing very hard.
Oh, yes.
There are rips here and there.
It is like Elven script, so it's like swirly. It's you know how when you write in cursive, it takes 2 pages longer than you need it to be.
Writing in cursive. That thing
Also,
that some of us
king.
will eventually gatekeep.
Also, I met a king. He's cool. Did you know that the goblin is dating him? Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Crown emoji, heart with a crown emoji.
Okay, I'm going to take a moment to process that. One moment. Okay, so that's a thing that just happened, and we all have to bear the memory of that for the rest of our lives.
You made me hear that with my own ears.
Wait.
You monster.
Do not ask any follow-up questions, Gail.
For no, the implications, they're in Neverwinter. So within the entertainment industry, the rumor about what the fuck Echo has been up to is gonna spread.
I think this would be a good angle if we ever start that promotion that we were talking about 3 years ago in the future. Could you imagine it? A goblin, prince, king, royalty being a wrestler? How awesome would that be? And then it has like the streamer emojis, and then like the like little symbol for the wrestling promotion that they've been thinking about, like in like block letters with like those like the splash, you know, the jaggedy splash things. Imagine that for a headliner.
I'm dying over here.
Also, I got a new coat. It's very cool looking. And boots. Did you know that I found orange boots? But Calder managed to change the colors so they match my outfit so I can wear them in the ring. Exclamation point, exclamation point. I can go so fast. Sonic emoji.
We're up to like 8 pages now. It's 8 pages.
Moving.
I'll talk again soon. They couldn't find me someone who could just send this directly to your head, and that's really obnoxious to me. I'm sure I could find someone to do that, or I'll just write, I don't know, shrug emoji, smiley face emoji, upside down smiley face emoji, melting face emoji.
Say send
Go.
tweet.
Send tweet.
Yes, so that goes out.
Each of the pages has a little thread emoji in the bottom corner.
I like how you did not tell them where to send the message back.
Absolutely not. I totally forgot.
So I'm just gonna get this message from from a ghost.
Wow. Okay.
Apparently, these two are getting letters from the afterlife. It's fine.
Get yourselves together now.
No.
And I have a letter to the entire group from Meepo.
Yay!
Does he have emojis?
Sadly, no.
That's so sad.
He hasn't
He
known
needs
Ghost
emojis.
long enough. Get to know him. He will absolutely include emojis into his work. He's a kind of a sponge, right? Spongey sponge.
Sorry.
Dear friends.
So how do we? Wait.
Oh,
sorry,
so
how do
this
we-
is.
How
Yeah.
do we get the letter? Like, does it come like attached to a bird or something? Like,
You are approached by a messenger, and when I say approached, I mean like, you are in Mirabar at the moment, right?
mhm.
As you're walking toward where the teleportation circle is, like you suddenly notice that next to a convenient manhole cover there is like a message in a bottle,
Uh-huh.
and it says, "Dear friends, Meepo invites you to," and here there are several draconic runes. Do folks read draconic?
Calder does.
Calder does.
Excellent. It translates to something close to Glacier Keep.
It says Ice Rock Castle.
Which friends know as the Sunless Citadel, in order to attend the wedding of Meepo Dragonkin and Eustriel.
What?
The letter gives a date that's about 2 weeks off.
Good for him.
There's a little RSVP on whether you would prefer spider meat or wild boar.
I love these two. I love this. little
Oh,
group
so Ghost
much.
will just like lean over. Am I invited? I want the spider,
What?
please.
I don't know if we can RSVP. That's like
Well, there's
half
no.
of the
There's also
time.
no. There's also no date for the wedding.
No,
There is a date for the wedding. It's about
Okay.
2 weeks away from the time you're at right now.
So
It's-
apparently,
it's-
2 weeks away.
yeah, halfway to the next full moon. Because we're not going to be busy. then.
Well, we can teleport.
It's a
right?
wedding. How long are they going to take?
I've been to weddings that have lasted like 10 days.
This
So
will
one
not be.
whole week. Yes, that's
Uh,
fine. We'll have an extra bonus one afterwards.
I don't think it'll last
I
that
haven't
long.
looked through it. It does not matter.
I think we're okay.
How do we send this back? It was just lying in the street. How did this find us?
Maybe
You
you
know,
put it back in the same spot.
We know where we left him. He couldn't have gotten that far. It was 2 weeks ago. He is on a dragon though. Well, he'll be in one of two places: the Southern Citadel or Chateau Hyacinth. There isn't many places he would be.
You know about official correspondence in Hansen Calder. You can write the reply.
Well, if I'm writing the reply, I'm answering the affirmative for all of us.
Okay. I'll try to squeeze it in.
Jeff, your
I don't
voice
know,
is a
I
little
don't
bit
know
muffled
this
at the
person.
moment.
Can I go?
One
Okay.
sec. Jeff, your voice is a little bit muffled at the moment. Can you move the mic
right,
a little bit
so-
closer to your face?
all right.
All
How's
good.
that?
Just yeah, that's better.
Okay. Calder will write back in appropriate prose unto the most honorable dragon rider, Meepo, wielder of Shatterspike, and unto the great, the most beautiful and beneficent lady. Can't remember her name already.
Estrail.
Lady Estrail. It is the great. We hold it an extraordinary honor that you have seen fit to invite us to your pending nuptials. Please let it known that Calder Creed Cheval, War Chief Echo, and I will give the full stage name for Ghost, as well as.
Am I going as your +1 or as by myself?
You're coming as my +1 regardless, but
Nice.
and I will extend, I very much look forward to seeing all of your lovely muzzles again. And then after, like, it's all done in hyper flowery prose, and then right next to it is like a small note written in Draconic of yes, we are happy to come. Like, love you both. Spider meat, 3 spider meats.
Should we? What about Kretha?
Kretha, I imagine, will be getting her own letter at this point. She is the Lady Regent of the Stone.
But does this one? I don't know him. Does this one know?
If not, we can make sure that they do. I'll
Yeah.
inquire. I intend to inquire
We-
when we get back.
We talked about everyone when we were all together at Chateau de Hyacinth a while ago. That was before we were up here, and that there's been a lot of communication.
I have no doubt that he's already extended invitations to Hyacinth and Lore and Charlotte, and I have a feeling we'll be seeing more. We'll get some information about about more invitations, because this is so wonderful. I love it so much.
Is it? I mean, Yusra was kind of an asshole last time I interacted with her. Is this good for Meepo? Do we need to rescue him?
Who is
she
Israel?
Last time we saw Eustrael, she offered Meepo the chance to become her royal consort in order to sire the next generation of kobolds, and he turned her down and only accepted after he came back and mastered riding Calcrix. Clearly, he has come into his own.
Yeah, but she was like hurting him before that.
That sounds like maybe he renegotiated.
I don't
and
know.
is getting a better contract out of the deal.
Trust me. I know about.
I think Meepo can do better. That's all I'm saying.
That's all fair and good. Meepo still sent us the invitation, so clearly he
Marry
wants
the
us there.
dragon he rides.
Yeah, Calcrix is like 9.
Yeah,
No,
she's,
not even that.
She's like a kid, like not a baby, but like a kid.
Yeah, she's like barely the equivalent. Like she's an adult, but in Dragon
you know
Age,
how-
barely.
Like Nightscale, the one we rescued, he's like a teen.
Like a late teen, yeah.
Like she's younger than that.
Like Calcrix is a big scary dragon, yeah, but that's because
Real
dragons
quick,
are
Ian,
big.
how old is Calcrix?
She's a young dragon.
Yeah, she's at the young end of young dragon, and I don't have those rules in front of me at the moment.
Like, I did.
Like
critically-
a year
for,
ago.
for a white dragon, she is on the early side of young dragon because she was a wormling in the Sunless Citadel.
Yeah, a year ago she transitioned from wormling to young
Yeah.
dragon.
So
So
she's pretty young.
Yeah.
Like even by humanoid standards, she's pretty young.
Yeah, so she's the equivalent age in a human would still be like barely
About 6.
11.
Yeah, like a tween.
About 6.
Somewhere in that area, yeah.
All right,
Either way, not appropriate for marriage.
but you sent an RSVP for all of us. Cool.
Yes, all in the positive. We're all ordering the spider meat.
Oh, it's kind of like crab.
You would know
Spider
better.
meat is
You would know
delicious.
better. You lived there for years.
Yeah, and I've also lived in Neverwinter and eaten crab.
Yeah.
They're the same. A little less
They have
salty.
very many legs. They tickle on the way down.
Do we
So
want?
I have a should be relatively short letter.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Go for it.
Echo's gonna walk over to come on and say to him out loud, "Hey, why the fuck did you come here?"
I didn't know the whole fucking city would drop on top of me.
No, but even before that, like, look at me right now. My eyes are glowing with powerful magic. You're a fisherman.
Yeah, that's
why
new.
Why did you come here? What were you trying to do?
I don't know. I thought you'd be happy to see me.
Smooches.
I mean, you're right though. Those, like, I've heard bards sing about like glowing eyes, and this is something else. Should I not have come here? Should I have stayed
I am.
where I was?
I am.
Why are
happy-
you even here?
I am happy to see you alive, but the fact that I had to put that qualifier on there has me very concerned. I wrote to you months ago for advice, to send me a letter. Yeah, you can throw a punch in a bar brawl, but this is a war up here. I didn't want these people to come here. And he gestures to the crowd of circus people.
What does she mean by these people?
I swear, if anyone takes that the wrong way, I will teleport you into the sky.
No, it's said in these are all or these are all his family, right? So
yeah, no.
That's
He
said
just flips-
fully
he
with
just
tongue in cheek. Yeah.
He just flips them off. I'm very happy that you cared enough to come up here, but what, I mean, did you just want to come and see me and talk, or was there some, were you bringing me some? I don't understand why you came here.
He kind of looks around. He's like, well, again, first off, and I cannot overstate this, did not think an entire city would be brought down on my head. Okay? So,
That
to
is
be
fair.
fair,
That is
did not
fair.
factor into my plans at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I thought that you would be off Warren in the north. Yeah? And when you finished up there doing the incredibly heroic things that I'm sure you've been doing, you would come back down here to check in on the city that, I mean, we all believe that you're up there protecting us, right? We figured you'd be back down here, and you'd probably have a parade, and everyone would be really like cheering for you. And I thought that maybe during that parade, if you saw a certain familiar face waving at you, you'd be you'd enjoy that. And again, I did not know that the entire city was going to fall down around my fucking head. I thought there was going to be a parade. I didn't know there was going to be a giant fuck all monster.
Calder will lean over to Ghost and say, "Oh God, he doesn't know that he's engaged."
Echo laughs really hard,
I don't think
Goes
that's
over-
an issue.
carefully gives Kramon a hug and a kiss, and says, "This isn't over. If we don't stop them by the next full moon, the entire world could go the same way as Mirabar has. I need you to go home, and I need you to make sure that these people get there safe, and maybe even organize the Longshoremen Guild and the Fishermen to help more refugees come down from Mirabar and settle in Neverwinter, where there's way more space than what's left of Mirabar.
You said this is going to spread?
It might, if we can't stop it. I'm going to do everything physically, metaphysically, magically possible to stop it, but it might not work."
So how is me going home and bringing all these other people home, how is that safer than staying here?
Well, I don't know if there's like half of the city is gone here, like you were saying.
We'll rebuild. They'll rebuild.
Yeah, in a month. People need to go someplace with like working plumbing and like medical care. So if you could help with that.
The dwarves
that
have
would
been
be
more
nice.
than accommodating.
Yeah, but now they're packed double full. You see what I'm saying?
From-
I love you.
From behind, like a couple, obviously Ghost and Calder are listening in on this, right?
Mhm.
Like it's not even subtle at
Obviously.
this point,
No.
right? Ghost is just
Calder
like,
is making
"Go
zero-
home, you will die."
Calder's making zero attempt at stealth. I'm just going.
I
He absolutely shouted, "Why are you even here?"
I know I told you when I left that I didn't know if I would be coming back. I'm telling you again. I don't know if I'm going to be coming back from this. I don't know if anybody north of Neverwinter is going to be alive in a month. I need you to go home and tell people and warn people so that what happened here might be stopped there. I am very happy to see you, but I need to stop thinking in person to person and start thinking about cities and continents surviving things. I'm sorry. I've been called to this, and I need to focus on it. I love you, and if I do live, I will see you again. But I can't promise that.
I'll take your message. And you're really sexy when you take command like that. You really are. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying.
Oh,
And he'll go ahead and make a hasty exit
As he's limping away with the help of the other circus people, Echo's gonna call him, "Oh yeah, I'm courting Barnabas now," and just like let him walk through the teleportation circle with that being the last thing that Echo
Wait,
calls.
what?
I have one last letter, and this is from Vesper. And we're going to go ahead and end our session with this and do our post game after that for those folks who are still up to being awake. To the goblin shaman who calls himself Echo. If this letter has been delivered, it means that I fell in the defense of Mirabar. As I am sure you are quite aware, I did not take seriously the threat of the outcast, thinking him merely a madman, experimenting with powers beyond his understanding. To my great shame, my mistake cost the lives of many. If my assistants were able to recover my possessions, you should find enclosed a stone that contains my last memories, as well as a potion that you may find useful. Use it well, for the secrets of making such things has been long lost. As you may have already determined, the outcast has access to a pool of power that is growing exponentially. By the next full moon, the summoning of a great beast may well be the least of his capabilities. The outcast will not be content merely to destroy humanity. He will wish to ascend to godhood and use his power to absorb all living beings into his swarm of plant creatures. For what this information is worth, he is also planning to betray Morgenthau and Grumsh himself the moment he has the power to do so. The Emerald Enclave will stand ready to assist you. It is quite literally the least I can do. I remain, for the moment, Vesper. And you do find a flask with a potion in it and a stone in the envelope as it's delivered to you by some sort of woodland creature.
Huh. They said a giant owl thing faced the Tarask. It came into the city.
Yep.
We need to get this info to Barnabas.
Mm-hmm.
The portal is right there.
Are you okay?
Something my goddess told me in a dream makes a bit more sense now. Ready to go?
Yeah. A little better,
Ghost is just going to like deuces and fall through the portal.
As you approach the portal, there is like an older gentleman sort of leaning on the pillar, and he looks like he's kind of asleep against it.
Like he wasn't in the room when we sent people off to Neverwinter, but he is now.
And as you come forward, he wakes up with a start, and he says, "Oh, yes, Master Ghost, welcome back to the teleportation circle."
Thank you. We're going to that same place again.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just going to go through.
What?
Give me like an insight check for those who didn't immediately jump through the portal.
Oh, wait. Before Ghost goes through, he's going to, like, before he steps in, he's like, there's no detours this time, right?
I don't think so.
And then it's going to go through.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
It's a natural 20 for 28.
Wow.
Calder is not paying attention. He's
Wow.
barely listening.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's 100% Thomas Merriweather in a false nose. Like, it's so him. He's standing there like he's this hunched old man, and like he's standing watch over the teleportation circle. But no, that's definitely Thomas Merriweather. But he does not notice that you've noticed yet.
And the portal's up, right? We have the 8 seconds
Oh
to
yeah,
go through.
you can absolutely
Yeah.
go through.
Echo's going to tackle him into the portal with us.
I'm going to give him a dex save against your attack roll. Give me an attack roll. I hope I have a character for this guy. I think I do.
Oh, come on.
Oh man, it might work. But I don't seem to have an actual thing for him. So I'm just going to roll a d20 and we'll see what happens. Okay. So you tackle at him and like he has a moment where your arms are wrapped around him and your face is close to his and he kind of winks at you and then he twists in a really weird way that you're not sure is entirely physically possible and you fall back through the teleportation circle and he does not.
Yep.
And with that, my friends, I think we can go ahead and move to the post-game section of our show. We've got a lot to talk about, so let's go ahead and get right to it.
Oh my god.